day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I pissed so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like blah, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and our home team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The third year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now it's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 81 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. At their own 17-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Melvin Gordon, a two-time Pro Bowler. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
It's at 180. 180. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch it.
Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And by the way, it's worth noting that the Packers are one of 3 teams that Phillip Rivers has never beaten in his long career in the league. Carolina is one, of course, his own team, the Chargers, another, and then the Packers rounding out the 3. Now Gordon on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
180. Tight down. There you go. Bang, bang. Q. Bang, bang.
Rivers to throw it. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's 3rd down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A 57-yard attempt.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Melvin Ingram make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Out to his left. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football. And guess what? I throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Rodgers throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 16, Rodgers. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Rivers now after the fumble recovery. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. They'll run on first down. Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 85 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On 1st down, Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now, Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. He also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. Throwing Rivers, and he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. Right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Brown 80! Hey, Brown 80! Hey, Rocket! It's a party now! Check 51!
Rivers now. Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Preston Smith. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Check 3. 52's the mark. Go. I'm coming. Mike, 52.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught by Nelson. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one goal. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Denzel Perryman gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Rodgers going to throw. And he's going to go down again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, 88. Jim. Zoom. It comes to me, it's me.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And Crosby can't get it to come back. It's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The first down throw here for Rivers. He's got Allen. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. Badgley able to punch this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Let's go. No. 319. 52. Watch the run.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So 2nd down. Still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Rodgers going to throw again. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
Rodgers now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Rodgers to throw once more. Sliding out of the pocket. And he whips that one incomplete there. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Rodgers again now. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Buffalo one.
Throwing, Rivers, escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to do
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. To try again after the sack. Rodgers, and not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback. Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and this will be caught at the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10.
26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Catch number 44 of him on the year. It's a first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Packers.
Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jamal Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They're the punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
180. Easy.
Now a 20th carry. Number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and they're just steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
Now Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. And even 40 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Okay. Set, 180. They're running it.
Rivers going to try and sneak it. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
First down, Green Bay.
50. No, 158. 58, right there. Watch the pass. Hey, 319.
Off the draw, here's Williams. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 6 at the 28-yard line.
On second down, Williams. And an alley to run. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams loses the football and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Here as he's taken down. Preston Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the return is Irvin. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. Turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
And that's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
The Packers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Right back to Irvin. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he loses the football a second time. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On second down now, it's Gordon. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Recon, 152 fighter.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again they run, again it's Irvin. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and didn't do it very often.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Irvin, 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, Irvin. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Rodgers throwing here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Green Bay, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.